Pronunciation. I think it is pronunciation. What do you think? Isn't it? It comes from the word pronounce, so it should be pronunciation, isn't it? Not really. Are you sure it's pronunciation? No. This word is pronounced as pronunciation. Yes, this part is pronounced as pronunciation. You know, English pronunciation is so tricky. My name is Michelle, and how do I write it? Like this? No, it's pronounced like this, but it is written as Michelle. Join me in this lesson to learn more about English pronunciation for the fourth criteria for the IELTS speaking test. Let's start with word stress. This is one of the most important things in pronunciation. So let's see which are the different sounds in a word. Chocolate. How do you pronounce it? Chocolate. And how many syllables do you think this has? According to me, there are 3 syllables in the word. Chocolate. Of course, you don't speak like that, but the word breaks like that. Let's look at another one. Comfortable. Comfortable. Now, I have a task for you. I give you about 30 seconds. Quickly count the number of syllables for these words, and then I'll come back. I hope you're done. Let's look at the words ahead. Documentary. This has 5 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at favorite. It. 3 syllables. Millionaire. This has 4 syllables. 3 syllables. With this, I hope your answers and my answers are matching. If not, don't worry. With some practice, you will learn the number of syllables in all the words. Now let's come to this part. I'll try to speak this word in different ways and tell me which one sounds more natural to you. Wonderful. Wonderful? Wonderful. Fool. No. We're not saying fool, we're saying full. Which one sounded the most natural to you? To me, the first one is most natural, where we stress on the first syllable. So, with this, I'd like to tell you that in English, word stress is very important because if you stress a word wrongly, then it gets very hard to understand what you're trying to say. My tip for you is that you refer to a dictionary whenever you learn a new word for word stress. Now, something you need to be very careful about. Word stress gets very complicated when it shifts in the word family. What does that mean? Now, from the word simple, we have simplification and we also have simplistic. They are part of the same word family, but they are all stressed differently. Let's see how. Simple, 2 syllables, and the first syllable is stressed. Simple. Let's look at the second one, which also comes from simple. Simplification. But this one here is not stressed on sim. It's stressed on K. Simplification. And the third one here, simplistic. Where do you think this one is stressed? Simplistic. There's no K and it's not stressed at sim. It's stressed at simplistic. Simplistic. So you need to be very careful with word stress when it changes within the word family. For example, photographer, photography, and other words. So you must refer to a dictionary to make sure that you have the correct word stress for the words you're using. Now let's look at Intonation and sentence stress, which is very important for the IELTS pronunciation criteria for the speaking test. Let's find out what is intonation. Before that, let's look at sentence stress. So words, certain words that are stressed in a sentence are spoken slightly slowly, while other words are spoken very quickly. Let me give you an example. Listen to me very carefully. I'd rather use the bus. I don't want to drive. Here, there were two words which were stressed. I'd rather use the bus. I don't want to drive. So the words which are stressed are spoken slowly. What is the result of sentence stress? The result of sentence stress is intonation, which is the change in the pitch of your voice. Like the heart rate on the ECG monitor, the heart rate, have you seen how it changes? It goes up and down, up and down. The same way, the pitch or the tone of your voice sometimes goes high, sometimes goes low to express different functions. And it really affects meaning. You know how? Let's see how. So when it is neutral, please remember that monotone intonation shows that you have memorized the answer, so kindly don't speak like this. Yes, if you talk like this, the examiner will know that you've memorized the answer and therefore there is no rise and fall in the tone of your voice. So it's important you don't speak neutrally. Mostly neutral sentences are sometimes not stressed at all, sometimes stressed on the words in the middle of the sentence. For example, William went for a walk. William went for a walk. But this actually does not express too much of a function except that it shows that you're thinking or concentrating. So if you use this in the IELTS speaking test, it means that you're thinking of the answer that you've memorized. So please refrain from using the neutral tone for your speech. Now let's look at the second one. This is the rising tone. And when do we use this? Let's find out. William went for a walk to ask a question. Or if you're surprised, I'll repeat my expression. William went for a walk. So I go from low to high, like this. Now let's look at the next one. Falling tone, from high to low. William went for a walk. Here I am sure that William went for a walk. So I'm confident and certain. And I could also say, William went for a walk, right? Here I'm seeking an agreement. I'm expecting the other person to say yes. So when you speak, you should be careful about your intonation. If you're trying to seek agreement, don't talk like you're trying to ask a question. Otherwise, the listener will not be able to understand you. Now, I have a quick test for you. Like you see, there are 5 functions here for intonation. And here are 5 words that are highlighted in orange. Please choose the correct function out of these 5 for these 5 sentences. I'll give you about a minute, pause the video, and I'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. I hope you've done the test by now. Let's look at the answers quickly. I think you've done a good job. Here, the stress is on the first word, and this is falling intonation. You go from high to low, and this is being confident. Let's look at the second one. I think you've done a good job. Here, you're a bit surprised. This is rising intonation because you're going from low to high because the stress is on this word. I think you've done a good job. This one is more of a neutral tone and somewhat sounds like a monotone because the stress is on the middle of the word. So it's a neutral tone of voice. I think you've done a good job. What's that? It's a question. And this is rising intonation because the stress is going from low to high, high in orange. I think you've done a good job, right? I'm asking for agreement. And this one is a falling tone because you go from being high to being low. I hope this lesson has helped you to understand intonation and you'll be careful about it in your IELTS speaking test. With this, we come to an end of today's lesson. I hope after this lesson, you'll be able to use the pronunciation features that we have learned today, word stress and sentence stress and intonation. Use it flexibly in your IELTS speaking test so that you're effortless to understand for the examiner. Do well, all the very best. It won't be too long before I come back with another IELTS video. Till then, you take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.